Step into a city where time stands still and rhythm fills the air. Welcome to Havana, a place where classic cars cruise pastel-colored streets, the scent of cigars drifts through old colonial alleys, and every corner hums with music, life, and soul. In just one day, you can dive into Cuba's rich history, taste flavors you'll never forget, and dance until the sun sets over the Malecón. This isn't just a trip, it's a full-on experience for all your senses. Let's discover the best things to do in Havana, Cuba, all in just 24 unforgettable hours. There's nowhere on earth quite like Havana. It's a city where history lingers in the salty breeze, where colonial architecture peels with elegance, where rhythms pulse from the soul, and where every alley tells a story, not just of Cuba's past, but of its fierce joy for life. Spending a single day here might seem impossible. How do you capture the heartbeat of a nation in just 24 hours? But Havana has a way of bending time. Even a single day can feel like a lifetime of wonder if you know where to look. From sunlit streets to smoky jazz bars, vintage cars to open-air markets, Havana doesn't just offer attractions. It offers moments, stitched together with warmth, rhythm, and magic. 10. Wake with the Malecón breeze. Begin where Havana breathes, the Malecón, the city's iconic seaside promenade. At sunrise, the ocean mist dances in golden light, and the crumbling seawall becomes a front-row seat to the day's awakening. Locals jog past fishermen casting lines into the surf. Lovers share coffee in the breeze. The sea slaps the rocks like a heartbeat. This is the Havana few tourists see. Soft, quiet, and deeply personal. Walk it slowly. Let the wind touch your face. Let the city stretch its arms around you. 9. Ride in a classic car through time. No trip to Havana is complete without sinking into the cracked leather of a 1950s convertible. These vintage Cadillacs and Chevys aren't just transport, they're time machines. As your driver cruises past faded mansions, palm trees, and pastel houses, it feels like history blurs with the present. Horns honk with rhythm. Salsa spills from rolled-down windows. And with every turn, you understand that Havana isn't stuck in the past, it's dancing with it. Ask your driver to show you the Miramar district or glide through the leafy boulevards of Vedado. It's pure cinematic joy. 8. Stroll the streets of Old Havana, La Habana Vieja. Lose yourself in the maze of cobblestone streets that form Havana's ancient heart. Here, laundry hangs like streamers between wrought iron balconies, and every building has a different color, texture, and story. Step into Plaza de la Catedral, where musicians strum guitars under the shadow of the Baroque cathedral. Wander past cigar shops perfumed with tobacco and tiny cafes that serve thick Cuban coffee with a wink. Children play baseball in the streets. Grandmothers gossip over open windows. It's not a tourist zone. It's a living, breathing museum of life, layered and textured and intoxicating. 7. Sip a mojito, where Hemingway once sat. Ernest Hemingway's ghost still roams Havana, particularly in places like La Bodeguita del Medio. Inside its scrawled-on walls and mosaic-tiled floors, you'll find one of the world's most famous mojitos. The drink is cool and muddled with fresh mint, poured with care, and served with a knowing smile. Sit at the bar, let the ceiling fan spin lazily above, and listen to the sounds of a live band in the corner. For a few minutes, you're not a visitor. You're a part of Havana's legend. 6. Eat a paladar lunch that feels like home. For lunch, avoid the hotel restaurants and seek out a paladar, a privately owned, family-run eatery, often hidden behind unmarked doors. Inside, you might find a grandmother in an apron cooking recipes passed down for generations. The arroz con pollo is rich and spiced just right. The ropa vieja, slow-cooked shredded beef, melts with flavor. Fried plantains crunch golden and sweet. It's more than food. It's Cuba on a plate. You'll leave full, not just of food, but of story, of warmth, of connection. 5. Visit the Museum of the Revolution. Step inside the grand former presidential palace and find the soul of Cuba's revolutionary spirit. Bullet holes scar the marble. Glass cases hold Che Guevara's boots, Fidel Castro's letters, and maps that trace Cuba's tumultuous path to independence. The museum doesn't just teach history, it shakes it into you. As you walk past the blood-stained flags and newspaper clippings, you begin to understand that Havana isn't a postcard. It's a city built on passion, sacrifice, and unyielding pride. 4. Cruise by El Capitolio and Park Central. As the sun begins to lower, wander past El Capitolio, Havana's own answer to the U.S. Capitol building. It gleams in the golden light, stately and powerful, a testament to the city's complex ties to grandeur and ambition. Nearby, Park Central hums with locals playing chess, tourists snapping photos, and street performers dancing barefoot. Here, cultures mingle, languages intertwine, and the city's heartbeat pulses in every corner. It's where Havana opens its arms to the world. 3. Catch the sunset at Castillo del Morro. Cross the bay as the day slips into dusk, and find your way to the fortress of Castillo del Morro. Perched above the sea, this stone citadel has guarded Havana for centuries. As the sun sinks, casting pinks and purples across the waves, the city glows like a dream behind you. Cannons once fired here in warning, but tonight, the only explosions are colors in the sky. It's a moment of stillness, majesty, and deep perspective. Time slows, silence speaks. You'll remember it forever. 2. Feel the music in a nighttime jazz club. When the stars are up, Havana's real rhythm begins. Follow the hum of a trumpet down a narrow alley and into a smoky club like La Zorra y El Cuervo, where jazz rules the night. The air is thick with melody. The crowd sways, entranced. A saxophone solo climbs and curls like incense. Here, music isn't performance, it's identity. Havana was built on rhythm, and nowhere is that clearer than in these intimate, soul-soaked rooms where sound becomes spirit. 1. Dance in the streets at the Malecón again. Return to where you began, the Malecón, but this time, let go completely. At night, it transforms into Havana's open-air living room. Music blasts from old radios. Locals gather in circles with guitars, rum bottles, and laughter. You might be pulled into a spontaneous salsa by a stranger. You might sit on the seawall, legs dangling, watching the moon dance across the waves. There is no guidebook moment here, just raw, unfiltered Cuba. It's where your day ends and your love for Havana begins. From sipping Café Cubano in a hidden plaza to dancing with locals under the stars, Havana delivers more than just sightseeing. It gives you stories. Stories filled with color, rhythm, warmth, and history that lingers long after you leave. If this gave you a taste of Cuba's magic, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone ready to explore beyond the ordinary.